I am so pleased to be showcasing a little bit of the Greg Orange Bant list from Greg Orange's top 8 run at the Magic the Gathering World Championship that happened, I would say recently, but I was out of town for like the 2 weeks right after it happened, so I am now getting the chance to showcase it, even though it's been getting shown. But this list is so much fun, and I think is a really brilliant construction that I want to talk a little bit about, and then show some of the interesting plays. Let's start with the non-green portion. Generally speaking, just in terms of cards and card qualities, there's a lot of white-blue control solid cards. Obviously, the Wandering Emperor is really, really good, can be flashed in, can exile, and gain life. We also have Make Disappear, one of the newer counter spells that's very good at just dealing with early spells, early creatures, and so on and so forth. I could go on. White has a lot of sweepers, blah, blah, blah. But what I have found in this meta is that this meta is very fast. The mono, maybe fast is the wrong word. Tight might be a slightly better term for it. There's the mono red aggro that goes really fast, and every turn they're dealing damage and putting on pressure. If you talk about the Golgari grindy land list that just uses all the super Golgari values and again is putting on lots of pressure. And then there's other sort of insane combo decks that just like go off to infinity really, really quickly. If you're not careful. I'm trying to think of... it doesn't matter. You can go to MTG Goldfish and just look at the top meta and you'll see what I'm talking about. And so there's a lot of the traditional notion of a blue-white control list, which is like, I counter a thing, you're building the board, I sweep, and then I draw here and there, counter here and there, and build a slow advantage. What it has felt like when I've been doing deck building is that unless I have a lot of things that can suppress the really crazy aggro list, like mono-red aggro or like blue-white soldiers, unless I do that, then I wind up losing to them. So I wind up putting in all these suppression cards, and then all of a sudden the cards that are able to go over the top, like these Golgari lists, these Orzhov tokens lists that can just grind you out and also have very explosive moments in them, it's really hard to get an edge in. And so what I think is brilliant about this Greg Orange Bant list is this focus around the card Up the Beanstalk and the build-arounds for this. So, first of all, Up the Beanstalk, 2 mana, you play it, you draw a card when it enters the battlefield, and if you cast the big stuff, you also get to draw a card. But if we look at all the other pieces around here, Horned Loch-Whale is a 2 mana instant speed, send a creature back to the top or bottom of its library. We also have 4 lay down arms for a 1 mana exile effect. March of Otherworldly Light, sometimes a 1 mana exile effect with various tokens, but often just a cheap exiler. Syncopate as another 2 mana counter spell. Make Disappear as another 2 mana counter spell. And also, because we're running 3 colors, look at this. We have 4 Spara's Headquarters, some Jetmir Gardens, some Raffine's Tower. These Leyline Bindings are often 1 or 2 mana. I'm going to just put this over here. So observe that right away we have a lot of stuff that's at the low end to deal with some of these crazy explosive early game decks. But then in addition, we have the second side of, not second side, but the creature side of Horned Loch-Whale that is a 6 mana card. This draws off Up the Beanstalk. Leyline Binding, even though its cost is reduced due to domain, still triggers Up the Beanstalk. March of Otherworldly Light, you can make X equal 4. This will trigger Up the Beanstalk. Syncopate. Sometimes lists run 0 or 1 of these as a sort of fringe card. This can also have X equal 4 and up as another way to draw. And of course, Memory Deluge is a reasonable card draw spell. Broker's Charm, another card draw spell. But that's it. Card draw comes from all of these other pieces, including this Sunfall that we haven't talked that much about. There's just so many cute card draw techniques in this list. And I think that some of the other sort of tools that... Let's see. Yeah, this is roughly how I want it to look. Or, excuse me, like that. I think Broker's Charm is a really clever one to occasionally draw cards, but also destroy target enchantment is a pretty popular use of Broker's Charm. And very rarely you can just use the other side of Broker's Charm to do the extra +0/+1 and ping something for damage, pick off a Planeswalker. But I want to note one other thing that might be a little bit unclear if you haven't looked specifically for it or played it a lot, as I have. Sunfall exiles. Leyline Binding exiles. Horned Loch-Whale returns something to the library. This exiles, this exiles, this exiles when it counters, even Dissipate exiles when it counters. This is a sort of secret way of graveyard hate. It's not directly removing things from the graveyard, which is an extremely important thing to do in this set. It's just never letting things get to the graveyard in the first place. The last final thing that I will note is these lands that I've set aside here, because, well, I should say the rough strategy that you're trying to do is make sure you get an Up the Beanstalk out and then eventually outdraw them. You have, therefore, extremely cheap cards like Lay Down Arms, Syncopate, March of Otherworldly Light, Leyline Binding. Really cheap cards to kind of stabilize early on. Until we have those Up the Beanstalks, we want to make sure we're keeping these in the hand often to allow us to cycle, to draw stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fire up Best of 1 and then transition into Best of 3. Great. And now that I understand some of the interrelationships of these cards, some of the plays and all that sort of stuff, oh, it's so fun. Oh, dude, it's so fun. Dude, it's so fun. It's so good. Oh, it's amazing. All right. So, one of the another sort of hidden things about this list is that Lay Down Arms says exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. So given that we see this Golgari mana, we are very likely going to want to be, if we had the choice between planes or an island, we would play the planes to make sure we can get to X equals 4. Not X equals 4, excuse me, plane count equal 4 to blow that sort of stuff up. Also, I just want to note, I think turn 2, Mosswood Dread Knight, playing this for the card draw is always wrong. I think it is always, always, always wrong. Discards a card and loses 2 life. I'm going to go ahead and discard the planes, because again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. Some interesting technology in there. Syncopate is going to be nice for us. So I do want to get to about 5 lands before I start holding these things back. So here's the Mosswood Dread Knight. We can exile it right now. Do I want to save the Syncopate? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save Syncopate. My opponent does not actually have another land, so if they do nothing here, then LOL. Great. So we're going to Memory Deluge, obviously looking for Up the Beanstalk. Our opponent is so screwed right now, it doesn't even matter, but that's great. That makes me look good, right? You just tuned into my video and I'm crushing in the first game. I know half y'all are just like, well, Sean, it's clearly not the deck. No, it's me. It's me being skillful. All right. We were unable to play Memory Deluge because this is the only blue source that we had that was untapped. So this is as hosed as someone can be. So normally I don't like getting Make Disappear late, but I think this is a consideration to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and get Spara's Headquarters. Now, I do want to explain why I got land here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get more blue down right now. So my opponent could potentially be running out the Rat King at some point soon, so I want to make sure that I have the ability to Memory Deluge away some of my problems. Lissa, great. I mean, yeah, why not? No, I'm gonna do this to look for Up the Beanstalk, man. Still not finding it. I have a land that we need. Syncopate's fine. Lay down arms is fine. There's gonna be some pretty boring turns. But this is like a true, proper, super long-term control list, so we take our sweet time with this. So given how stupidly far ahead we are right now with the counter magic, I'm gonna go ahead and run down Wandering Emperor, start trying to apply a little pressure here.
We must protect the people.
I do think there's an argument to be made of like, yo, Sean, you should really not be playing this. You should be saving to be able to get the Beanstalk, because, you know, if Villain starts actually hitting some goods, we could very quickly not have our key long-term progress card. Ow. So, this is actually a really good demonstration of the, dude, hang on to these tri-lands here, because, like, I'm obviously in a really crushingly good position, but let's assume it was a little bit more interesting of a spot. My opponent maybe had some more lands, some scary creatures. Imagine this was just removed from my hand. No, my throat. They went for it. So now they've paid for that, so let me go ahead and cycle this. Alright. I mean, these cards are pretty trash. That's fine.
To me.
Virtual Persistence, sure. Surely, surely, surely. Sax Planeswalker, totally fine. So we are obviously in control heaven right now, but we had that Beanstalk. That's where you get the real values coming. So why can't I hold all these Sunfalls? I mean, Gumdrop Poisoner is just not. Alright. So given the choice, I'm going to go ahead and run out March of Otherworldly Light instead of Leyline Binding. Both of them are kind of acceptable cards to deal with stuff, but Leyline Binding is always one. Aaron Hull, I really like the new set. I think it's a lot of fun. I think that adventures are just awesome. What is this? Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If the spell is bargain, you may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 4 or less. Okay. Ollie Children. Alright. Actually, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and Leyline Binding this, so that way I can play the whale and just win the game. I mean, this match was a drubbing. I think there's still some interesting things to have seen in this one. First of all, it didn't hit the Beanstalk, so I made sure to try to keep cyclers. I made sure to try to get more cards and go for the Beanstalks when I felt like I had an opportunity. We also got the chance to see that when you're in a position to start to win the game, you don't really start winning it that fast. Sharon posts and says, hey Sean, been out of touch with watching your show for a few years. How are things at home? Cats are good. Despy has a little thing on her chin, so I want to take her to the vet and make sure she's okay. Britt and I got married. Celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary. 12 years together. And we have a dog named Cece that is the most needy animal in the universe. Oh my god. She just needs to be held and snugged and walked and fed, given attention. She's the fucking best, dude. Ah, yes. Blue-black fairies. So I do think playing Up the Beanstalk is good. There's not a lot of great enchantment interaction in these two colors. What's this do? Alright, fine. We don't have the mana to do much else. This is nice because it gives us some white to maybe eventually work towards this. So I'm going to do this kind of carefully. Let's see if they ninjutsu anything more. Go ahead and send that one back. I don't actually know what the interaction of ninjutsu is with that. Return and... oh, yeah, so it is just return, so it would fizzle. Right.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Drop it.
So let's see. This is a creature, artifact, or enchantment. Probably the Horned Loch-Whale. If my opponent is making themselves discard, I'm not too terribly worried. So I'm going to do something that looks a little weird. I'm going to let the Wandering Emperor
I'm tired of your
get
secrets.
discarded first. And then I'm going to see what my opponent does, and then I'm going to play this to draw 2 cards. Okay. This is just creatures. All right.
Don't overthink things.
Okay. All right.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
So, I want to express how much experience I have with Liliana of the Veil, because as many of you know, I have a Jund list that I've been working on for like over a year now that leverages Liliana of the Veil. And I have self-owned with Liliana of the Veil so many times. It's actually quite risky to be endlessly hitting +1/+1/+1 unless you have cards like Tenacious Underdog that can be cast from the graveyard. Unless you have, you know, other cards that can be cast from the graveyard. Or no cards in hand, so, I mean... that's awesome. Okay, opponent goes first. So this, I think, is a marginal hand, but I think it's good enough. Horned Loch-Whale. Again, this is owner of target attacking creature you don't control. Puts it on the top or bottom of their library. That is a really critical note, because this is not return to the hand. That would be a tempo loss. This actually gets it off the battlefield. All right, Leyline Binding is a very good draw. So we see the Gruul colors, probably something aggro. We're happy to have this one. Godric is totally fine. we'll send this one back. Now, why do that then and not during another time? Well, we have Leyline Binding. So these colors, Alana and Helena, are ones that I'm quite worried about. So if I put a stop, okay. Great. Man, I look so smart. This is great. I look like very intelligent. You know, who says there's anything wrong with, like, caring for one's own insecurities? So now I will have the option to Sunfall or to wait, but I'm going to Sunfall whenever I get the chance. I think this is fine. We'll take 3 damage. Leyline Binding is better against hasters regardless. I will also observe here, we have not yet drawn a Beanstalk, and so we need to be playing very thoughtfully in these positions. It's a little too easy to be... Oh, Audacity, that's nice. Ow. So this is 4 to do that. You can also play the Horned Loch-Whale, but I am worried about Godric popping up. Alright, I'll just chill. See what comes out of this. I might just actually Otawara. What on earth is this card? Whoa, I never even heard of this guy. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player? Draw a card. What? Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to send this turkey back. Now, I have my reasons that will become apparent soon enough. By doing this, I have the option to now Broker's Charm to be like bang, bang. And I'm just going to do this now because I can't play and think at the same time. This is another good example of I have Raffine's Tower here. And so what I'm going to do is hold it for a potential chance to cycle it. I'm going to play this on my main because now it comes down untapped instead of tapped. So they'll be able to exile 6 cards due to the Horned Loch-Whale. Oh, was Nightbot being loud again? What a good Nightbot. He just wants to help. Wants everyone to know about NordVPN. Really? Mono faces Kakazan. Alright. Hey, is it Beanstalk a clocka? Woo, baby. So I'm actually going to tap one of the white mana here, because even though this does deal damage to me, I'd rather have access to 2 blue sources. I'll have access to 2 blue sources. Wait, did that guy get invincibility? I'm gonna leave that turkey back. 'Twas the plaza. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power target creature planeswalker you don't control. Okay, so I'll let it pay the ward cost. So it's going to deal twice its damage, right? So then there's going to be another removal spell. It's probably going to be a concession. Yeah. Super cool. So we've not yet really, like, popped off. But I feel like this is starting to showcase some of the flexibility of the deck. Dispersado. Oh, man. So I was creeping some of the old Hearthstone card reviews and decided to pop in. I was wondering if you had any thoughts on modern Hearthstone worth sharing. Not especially, honestly. I just don't know terribly much. And I really think that the fact that Hearthstone lacks some of the more interesting, nuanced interaction that happens when you can do stuff interactive, like do stuff on each player's turn. Kind of why I gravitated to Magic over time. You say, oh, that's sad. I learned a lot about card game strategy and design from listening to those rants. Now that I've gotten into Magic Commander, I've found it interesting revisiting the card reviews for the Hearthstone expansions. One of the things I didn't know is Dana would often undervalue board-oriented cards, since Magic doesn't allow direct control over what your creatures are attacking. What does that mean? Oh my god, it's Up the Beanstalk. Okay, does this get enchantments? Of course it does. X equals 2. So let's see, which one do I want to play? I think I'm going to go ahead and play Raffine's Tower. Raffine's, of the 3 tri-lands, this is the most important, second most, third most. We want to make sure that we can make Disappear and March of Otherworldly Light to pick this off. A Topiary Stomper? Yeah, this is a really good one to pick off. This might actually be the 5-color domain list. I will play Jetmir's Garden, because that puts our domain all the way to max. Yeah, I will do this now. Submitting 0. The best card we can get is untapped land here. Alright. Okay. So that redraws. So we want to do our best job to keep these things suppressed. So we are not going to play Up the Beanstalk right now. We need to make sure that we have enough resources for X equals 4 on Syncopate. X equals 4 is what will allow us, at minimum, to trigger Up the Beanstalk. Yeah. And I think, like, those key plays of X equals 4 on Syncopate and March of Otherworldly Light just sent this deck over the top for me. I'm going to play until I rank up a little bit more in Best of 1, then I'll try on the Best of 3. I'm weaker at Best of 3, I think, with this list. Pat Daddy's wondering what my take on MTG Standard, what my take on it is. I don't really have any. I just am not... Honestly, I spent most of the summer playing Mechabellum. Because I found Mechabellum to be really fun and interesting and deep enough to keep me entertained for a few months. And they hadn't released any new cards in Magic Standard, so really I feel like I'm just now getting back into Standard. All right, we're gonna hang out. We're not gonna run this out right now because I think it's a mirror matchup. So we're trying to disrupt their Beanstalks. They're trying to disrupt our Beanstalks. So I think that this is the right play to do. This is a threat, but this isn't really how I'm going to win the game. It could win the game by itself, but the overall strategy that I'm trying to employ is get more cards than you. So now I'm comfortable making this play. Because if my opponent tries to counter, I can use my lower value make disappear to counter that. Okay, this is a little too easy, huh? Besides, certain cards like Floop's Glorious Goop or Mechathune are the ones that had rather convoluted combos required specific board state from the last video I was watching. I don't remember either of those cards. Things that had high interactivity with only your own board versus manipulating the opponent's board state. Thoughts on Magic leaning into more convoluted combos? Yeah, I guess I don't quite understand the question. And maybe you're talking about something a little different than when you were last posting about This Persona says, Sean reading our Hearthstone discussion and the obvious disgust on his face. I will admit I feel a little bothered because I feel like I'm being accused of things right now. I feel like you're saying like, hey, you didn't value board state things. And I'm like, that's like a conclusion, that's a claim, but I'm curious what are the statements in question. Like, hey, Sean, I heard you evaluate this card this way. And then, oh, Sean, you had a look of disgust on your face. My actual opinion of Hearthstone is that it is one of the greatest games ever made and one of my favorite games of all time. It was amazing. Now, why did I stop playing it after like 5,000 hours? I wanted some more interactivity. And I felt that it wasn't providing me that much. But, I mean, I just don't like being sort of pigeonholed into this, oh, Sean, you're definitely, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I can tell you hated that. Like, I didn't. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. This Persona says, I don't know, I get a recent vibe with commander-oriented releases are leaning more into RNG Fiesta, similar to Hearthstone, and to appeal to a casual market. First of all, I don't play Commander, so I don't know what that means. Also, RNG Fiesta, I don't really know what that means outside of, like, I assume cards like, you know, reveal cards until X happens or this sort of thing. And also, I don't necessarily know... There's a statement of appealing to a casual market that I feel like has been erroneously used in a number of design discussions around a game. And let me come back to that in a second, because I want to point to this. In this game, I kept because I had two 2-mana plays with the Horned Loch-Whale. But here you can see how critically important it is for me to have 1-mana plays and 2-mana plays, like Syncopate, like the lay down hands, like that sort of thing. Okay, what do I bounce here? I think I actually bounce Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. Oh, I see. I mean, may as well. Scroll is a real killer. So if we get like a lay on hands, we'll be okay. We can pick off this. Alright, we done. And that doesn't bother me that much, because we've won every single game that we've played. But I will make this point. The statement, they did X to appeal to a more casual market. So here's something that you didn't do, Dispersado, which is just, this is me talking about other people, not you. I have seen discussions on the internet where people are just describing any design decision that feels like it's making the game less hardcore, that might ruin some of the high-level fun and ruin my sort of fun. I don't like that. And I feel like the proper statement is, I'm worried about that decision negatively affecting my play. And then full stop. The follow-up, oh, they're doing it to appeal to a more casual market. I don't actually think that that second half, first of all, I don't think it needs to be said. Because if my fun's being ruined, and I don't like that, and I can explain why my fun is being ruined, it doesn't actually matter what their motivation is. Maybe they did that because they thought it would deepen the strategy of the game. Maybe they did it because they thought that it was overall a better choice for all skill levels of play. Maybe they did do it for the casual market because they think that the game is too complicated and they're trying to simplify it. What their motivation is and what the reasoning is immaterial with respect to how does this affect my play. So an example would be like, I didn't like that Hearthstone didn't give me good interaction tools. Like, I couldn't react to my opponent's play on their turn. I didn't like that. And that started to feel bland to me in the very, very long term. Again, after like thousands of hours, I was like, I'm getting kind of bored. I would not describe that as I didn't like how they did this decision that appealed to a casual market. I didn't like how that is what negatively affected me. If that makes sense. Potato Elemental says, feeling the need to justify one's opinions by tying conclusions to larger concepts can maybe reflect on personal insecurity and one's own feelings. Oh, I wouldn't even go nearly so far as to say that. I think that it's talking about what feels good and feels bad and that sort of stuff is just literally a hard thing to do. It's just literally a never-ending skill ladder of effort trying to figure out how to articulate one's feelings on things. You know, so when I hear like, oh, I don't like it's an RNG fiesta, it feels like they're trying to appeal to a casual market. I don't see someone who is doing something bad or insecure or, you know, I want to pass a judgment. But that's why I'm trying to be like, I would rather pull towards what I think is a more clear statement, like, hey, I play Commander, and I feel like I enjoy... Let's see here. Sure, that's fine. I enjoy XYZ quality of the game. I enjoy, like, interesting board states and interesting attacking and defending. And I am finding that, in my pods at least, everyone is doing some sort of infinite combo, and it's just making me feel like I'm losing out on my fun. I think that that's actually a much stronger argument. And, again, I don't really play Commander, but that makes sense to me. Oh, and Sherman Post says, especially in text-only medium. Yeah. I mean, I mean, honestly, my true opinion of, if you want to hear my opinion on Dispersado, there's going to be Dispersado. My opinion is, oh, look, someone came in really pleasantly to come say hi and is just sharing things that they think are interesting and is engaging in conversation with me on topics I think are fucking awesome. So I want to just observe right now that this aggro stuff from Mana Tea, you're seeing that I'm able to do a lot of 1 and 2 mana plays. A 1 mana Lay on Arms, a 2 mana Leyline Binding that's lagging out. Is my internet dying again? Uh-oh. Oh god, oh god! Alright, everything looks fine. It looks fine. Bye-bye. So we have the option to Syncopate, we have the option to Leyline Binding. This is a non-land permanent, great. Monstrous Rage on the land? Wait, does it stay? No, it's gone. Amazing. So we're definitely gonna plop the land here.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with
No,
me.
I'm actually gonna get the bird. Back to 10, back to 8.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Alright, why can't I hold all these emperors?
Try not to keep watch for intruders.
Godric. Alright, things seem to be going well. Okay.
I hope you're ready to lose.
I love this list. I love this list so much. And then there's the follow-up statement of Dev the team bringing up kind of how weird it is that people can be like, this game stopped being fun after 1,000 hours is somehow a bad thing instead of an unrealistic standard. I have some mixed feelings on that. Because, like... Oh, and Dispersado, I see you just posted a huge thing. Let me just finish talking about this other thing, then we'll come back to you. Sorry, I'm trying to manage 1,000 of you. I mean, I have some mixed feelings because I think we've all seen games change in their overall tenor in time. We've seen companies change with their overall tenor over time. What's a good example of this? I'm sure you've had a favorite fast food restaurant that as years have gone on have slowly changed their recipes and made smaller portions and lower quality ingredients that the flavor's really bad now. And I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, that fast food restaurant, I got 1,000 good hours out of it, you know. Part of me is like, no, you actually had something that was good and you removed that good thing from me. You know, if I... compare this to some, like, I think Hearthstone is an interesting example because, you know, I talked to Brian Kibler with some frequency. And, you know, he was explaining that there were times where there was a lot of new stuff and interesting stuff happening in Battlegrounds and not a lot of stuff happening in Standard. And there were balance issues that were lasting for a long time without patches in Standard. That, you know, one could say, dude, there used to be more frequent, you know, updates and care put into this format, and it feels like that's not happening. And so I think that there is a fairness and a sensibility to that. Oh god, this is a horrible run out for me. I'm keeping this rather questionable hand because I do have a lay down arms. I'm gonna lay down arms the bigger guy. But I think that this is an interesting example of how March of Otherworldly Light can exile pricey things in the hand to give me a chance to maybe pop into some more high impact, you know, removal situations. Like right here, I can now lay down arms this. I'm just gonna let this resolve. But I also think that there are some people that, like, don't appreciate that a game did give them 1,000 hours of fun, you know what I mean? Like Factorio or Skyrim, these are games that are single player, and I feel like if you say, we're a single player game, almost by definition, you are saying, dude, you're eventually gonna stop having fun with this, because we only made so much content. Multiplayer sometimes has this implication of like, dude, there's an infinite sequence of strategies of ever-emerging complexity, so players are making content for each other. Look at all these other historical 90s RTS and FPS and fighting games that As it turns out, we're just absolutely killer. This is a rare case of a control list that feels like it can go with cramped mana quite well. That sucks. God, Connive is so fucking good. So coming back to Dispersa says, I get the feeling that with Commander, with my Breathe, past 6 months, the Commander-only specific cards have had more flashy appeal, with more and more text, particularly in the form of large reminder blocks, cards with multiple conditions or effects. I know it's one part power creep of a TCG over many years, but I get a suspicion from playing with my fiancé in the pod, who has a total of around 10 games total, that there's a distinct appeal to the larger text boxes. And then you write more. This is more on the RNG front. I feel it's a lot more oriented to look at the top X and play Y, or more and more conditional Cascade. Something I noticed used to be less prevalent in the game as I'm researching older cards for decks. It's creeping more and more into the Commander format and not Standard. I see. Why can't I hold all these Emperors? I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of... The fact is, card games have a lot of randomness that makes them really fun. And Magic has a lot of RNG that involves choice and involves setup. That is often reducing randomness and giving more choice and mitigating some of the problems of just raw draw cards kind of qualities. And I think that it is possible to wind up with that word random. Hey, do a random effect. But there's a really famous card whose abbreviation is Coco, but for some reason I can't remember what the actual name of it is. Oh my god, what's Coco? Something command. Or Collected Company? What is it? Yeah, Collected Company. There it is. Good god. Thank you for filming it. Coco, Collected Company. Look at the top 6 cards and put 2 that have mana value 4 or less onto the battlefield. And you can get it to be really, really, really consistent. You know, if you're running like 26 creatures, something like this. 3 or less. Sorry, thank you. Sorry, I play Standard. I play Standard, not older formats. So on the randomness front, I generally am like, yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I generally think it's fine. Unless it's like, do damage to a random opponent. Do damage to a random creature. Those are the ones that I tend to have a little bit of an issue with. Ooh, this is some interesting colors that I'm seeing. This is a not interesting situation that I'm up against. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put 2 of them back on top of your library in any order. Then draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. Sure. May as well. So I'm generally not... I don't have a lot of issue with those sorts of things. With regards to larger and richer card text... Oh, this sucks. I think that for commanders, specifically, I think that's actually okay. Alright. First you don't succeed. Chuck again. Fuck. Oh my god, fuck. Red mana, eh? But you know X equals 2, and I'll exile this in order to shoot that. This is a really important card to suppress. Like a really, really, really important card to suppress. Ha ha ha! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, blue mana makes 7. I think I should probably not... I think I'm so screwed. This is like the only way back in the game. Alright. Alright. Blue land attracts... Oh, wow, we avoided it. Yeah, right. Fuck yeah. Ow. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Alright, bring it on. Alright, never give up, never surrender. Go somewhere into your library. Haha, yes. Come on! Come on! No! Alright, let's send this one over. Red Rover, Red Rover. Fuck yourself. Alright. Holy shit, what is this card? Never even heard of land before. We got Leyline Binding. Dude, we are online. No such thing as mana screwing, man. We're fine, dude. Bro, we are... There is nary an issue in sight. Alright, so... I'm actually not going to be able to deal with that, huh? Because this is non-land permanent. That... My friend, that's land. 4 damage time. Ow. It hurts so bad. Alright. Oh, baby. We are hosed as hell. Okay. Alright. Give me 1 second. Alright, thanks, Ed. Okay, we're back. Alright. Dude, imagine mana. I'm like, I have such a mana fantasy right now. It's all that's keeping me going. Holy shit, we have mana. No, we don't. No, we fucking don't! How is this possible? Alright, so... I guess all else fails, go greedy. Really? I mean, we are running the risk of... Alright, this is the game. Weirdly, I'd love another March of Otherworldly Light. That would be superb. This is actually the problem, because if this attacks, This just deals 2 damage directly. So I'm actually going to play this just to draw 2. Because if we get Boseiju, that actually helps. Alright. We were unable to get another white source, which, I mean, that was getting hosed on the manas, so that's fine. We needed a plains. And you know what's funny is that if you look at the list, we actually have so many white sources. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 9, plus 7. This is a grand total 16 white sources. So that's a little unfortunate, but you know. Sort of stuff happens. I think that what's interesting to me is we were stuck on 2 for an insane amount of time, and we were locked out of double white for an insane amount of time, and it was still pretty close. It was still pretty close. Looks great to me. Oh, yeah. See, I actually kind of like the way that this video recording has gone so far. Little streamer has gone so far. Because, dude, we have been crunching. A single mountain, you say? So, I think I'm going to up the Beanstalk. It could be the case that villain is not mono-red. Could be the case that they're not mono-red. I expect them to be mono-red. This is best of 3. Mono-red is perfectly excellent, best of 3. White. Okay, so maybe it's some sort of Boros aggression. We're going to want to play this guy. Because, again, we want to try to get as many planes out as possible for laydown hands. You have combat. If 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield, target creature you control is possible until end of turn. Great. So Boros aggro. I already feel really good because we have a Beanstalk. We have a Leyline Binding. So that's like turns 2 and 3. Turn 5 is going to be Sunfall. Charming Scoundrel. Alright. I think this is a perfectly acceptable thing, too. Well, let's see. Let's just see what happens. I like this a little bit more, because we'll get to draw a card, and then we can do both of these next turn. Who does it go on? Alright, so now we Binding. Lo and behold. Regal Bunnicorn. Hell yeah, Regal Bunnicorn. So I think that what I'm actually going to do is do the slightly greedier play of playing Spara's Headquarters, and then making the judgment call of doing Make Disappear or March of Otherworldly Light, but not both. Show me, Ninja Person. Show me what you got. What up, Nusha? Oh, I know why the Bunnicorn whinnies, because it's a half unicorn, half bunny. It's a Bunnicorn. I think it shouldn't whinny. I think it should make that horrifying scream that bunnies make, where it's just like, That's what I think it should do. It should make that blood-curdling shriek that an actual bunny makes. If you've never heard a bunny scream, just get on YouTube. Look up horrifying bunny scream. You'll get a bunch of videos. Bunnies, when they scream, I mean, it is absolutely horrifying. Get out of here. Taking 4. What a boy. Axiom's domain says the only animal sound more horrific than bunnies is the turtle mating sound. No, that's cute. That's actually a cute sound. Ah. Ah. We've all seen the video. I know it. Ah. Meta Knight says, I just googled the bunny noise and the bunny made the exact sound like you made. Yeah, no, I'm really good at the freakish animal sound. Ah. All right. I found the play. So I will again note that I generally want to not be playing Spara's headquarters if I can cycle them. I know my sounds. I know my sounds. Ah. Ah. That's not horrifying. That's cute. That's literally cute. Made it up, tortoise. A charming scoundrel. Oh, nice. Well played. Well done. Can I do the bunny again? Sure. See, I'm like really good at it. Alright, good. Yeah, I mean, we're blowing up everything over here, man. Oh, totally fine. Whoa, that's a sweet looking Sokanzan, man. Dude, I got every possible answer. Ow. Alright, so far we're in the lead. I've seen almost all creatures, to be honest. Man, I have a lot of exile effects, huh? Oh, sure. Dude, I'm nasty. I'm a nasty gamer here. Okay. Goodbye, ninja person. See you in 2. Oops. So what do I think is going to be good here? I think that Sunset Revelry, if they have more life and creatures than me, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. That seems good. Elspeth Smite, dealing damage and exiling it. Knockout Blow, dealing damage and healing me. What else do we see here? So obviously the negates we don't like. Dissipate, I think, is a stinker. Let's get that one out. I don't really think we need a Memory Deluge. Do I want an Eternal Wanderer? I kind of like Horned Loch-Whales in this matchup, to be honest. Kind of also want to get these Chrome Host Seed Sharks in here. Those seem pretty good to me. Broker's Charm seems super useless here. I mean, I think I'm just gonna do like this. Seems really good. Like, dude, like look at my curve. Like this is the curve here, huh? Yeah, this is a killer curve. This is an absolutely killer curve, bro. This is so sick. Is Untapped broken? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, there's an update available. It's okay, the update is installing. Everyone needs to just calm down right now. The update is installing itself. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I'm wiggling that booty, baby. Ooh. Dude, I love like putting my arms here and just lifting up and just hanging, man. Just hanging. Mm. Raging Battle Moose. Oh my god, I have all 4 of like one of my best cards. Yes, please. Yes, sir. Alright, let's see. Untapped GG should be working right now. Should be working. No Raging Battle Mice here. I have not seen a lot of this card, but it seems amazing. There it is. Alright, well I did that as wrong as you can do it. I should have played this, because this reduces the cost by 1. That's okay. That's okay. It sucks to suck. Morning, y'all. Morning, y'all. Happy 103 months. You know what? I'll do a little bit of this for you, too. Alright. Mouse is no longer in the house. Dude, it feels so good to just hang out a little bit. GTS and me, happy 102 months in a row. Who ended up the winner of Squirrel versus Chandra? It was near 50-50. Near 50-50. Ow. Ow, ow. But it was, in fact, and wound up being, in fact, that. Oh, that's fucking terrible news. Wound up being Chandra. Alright, so we're gonna be hanging steady at 3 over here, man. Oh, that's pretty good. Especially if I Sunfall first. Hanging at 2. Alright. I feel there's a 100% chance of a haster popping down right now. 100%. Something that deals damage to them. Don't you just want a Sunfall? Alright. Alright. So here's my out. I can swing with this. If my opponent swings back, I can Wandering Emperor. Okay. And if for some reason they cast a spell that deals damage to me, I can Wandering Emperor and destroy this. In response... So I don't think we win this under any circumstance. Because we're at 3 health. This brings us down to 2. Then we can pick off 1 more. Alright, they got it. Maybe that was a little bit of fancy play syndrome, but it makes sense because I'm quite fancy. I actually did want these guys in here. Yeah. Best 3 some fun stuff. I need some water. While villains sideboards. Alright, that's it. I've decided. When this stream is done, I'm going to get a beer. And as I drink that beer, it's going to be great. You like my cool Lion Magic the Gathering shirt? I think it's so Oh god, oh no, oh god! Oh god, oh no, oh god, oh no. Oh. I think one of these, and then maybe just one of these. Huh? Reality is gone. Welcome back. I like standing. I like standing up. See reality? No, you don't. No, you don't. Nuh-uh. No. It is I, the Regal Bunnycorn. How do I want to do this? Probably like this. It's a little bit weird, but I still think that's the one. Bom, bom, bow. Bom, 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 bow. Bom, bom, bow. Bom, bom, bow. Oh, dang! This is exactly the one that I want to kill. I think this is an insane effect. Creature can trigger +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. And that is kind of nuts. But this is why we like Knockout Blow, because it can destroy that. Gain the life. And then we can zoot this back somewhere into the deck. Into deck land. I'm gonna want this. Well, Yoshi. So I think I mostly feel like we're in good shape. We're at 21 health. We're getting to the point where we can just play the Horned Loch. Yeah, I think that getting these guys down was something that I should have done this early. I should have pulled the counter spells and gotten the Crumhost Seed Shark. It produces something that is known as the Circus of Value. That's so stupid. That's such a... Sometimes I just say things and I'm like, you know, because I'm so programmed to just always be talking. Just say stuff, Sean. Sean, you're feeling... The air is dead! The air is dead. It's died in my lap, Sean. Oh my god, that's such a good card. So this is a cool deck from Ninja Person. A lot of recurring value, a lot of potential extra swings. I mean, we are at 19. And we're going to win. But, you know, his deck's still cool. I'm one of those really rude people who does that. Where, when I realize I'm going to win, I start complimenting them. I don't know if you guys have played a lot of competitive games, like on Friday Night Magic, or chess tournaments, or various esports events. But dude, that's exactly how that shit works. Oh, really great game, man. Oh, wow. I thought I was hosed for sure, man. And you just see how happy they are. Oh, God, it's fucking terrible, man. Speaking of fucking terrible, the situation we're in is not the best. Attack! I am real surprised to see that is... I mean, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm like not worried about that at all. This Chrome Host Sea Shark is so good. Oh my god, it's just so good. Can't install COTS as you are why Gwent removed 90% of everyone's ability to communicate. So, like, I've never played Gwent. Clearly, I'm, like, the most powerful person. I'm over here saying stuff about players in tournaments. And Gwent players are like, I'm gonna say awful things. Great game, man. GG. Oh, man, I thought I was done for sure. Oh, that was a great game. Great game. Great game. Not a great game. The worst game ever played, actually. Leave me alone. Don't make eye contact with me. Dude. This is an insane runout. Oh, this bastard would play Thalia. Guardian Thraben. That's okay, I'm gonna Chrome host it up. Rada Guitar says, the final boss of Lies of P is making me rage so hard. Thanks for keeping the chill stream for my blood pressure. Man, I got you. I worry about your blood pressure, so that's why I clown on kids in this video game. That's why you play Thalia before you attack.
I'm not overconfident.
I'm not overconfident. Bing bong, bing bong.
You're done.
I'm not overconfident. How dare you say that? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Liza P was pretty fucking good, man. Gotta be honest, that game was pretty fucking good. Oh, it's a knockout blow. So let's see, I gotta do this because there's two little mice and I need the big one.
We've got the edge in this fight.
We've got the edge in this fight. Ho ha 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 ha. Strikes' Liza P got so much better after 6-ish hours, and it was good for the first, 6 that I played. Alright. It's all on you, ninja person. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. None of us really know what we're doing. Once you upgrade your P's, your P organs. Lies of P is such a weird title that it's hard not to remember it. It's so weird. It's the weirdest title. Create a wicked roll. Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, fuck. Alright. Jesus. Holy shit. Alright. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. We're gonna lose, aren't we? Okie dokie. Alright. Well, that's really bad. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not going to be enough because that's 1. Ah, shit. Okay. I didn't realize that this said discard a card, then draw a card. I'm used to the, like, you must discard a card. If you don't do that, then I fucking hate you. The game, like, ends it for you. So they're all dealing 3. So we knock out below this. That's white, so that's not going to let me do what I want to do. These are good ones to get rid of. Probably... Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I block all 3. 15, 18, plus 1. Just not quite enough damage. I think that we are as dead can be. Oh, wait, that x equals 0. There it is. Eat this, eat this, eat this. Get Thalia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Easy. There it is. Oh my god. Villain's deck just is doing shit here, man.
We must protect the people.
Did I miss? Is there a Thalia that I have not seen here somewhere? 5, 6. I thought I got rid of her. Alright, so now we die. Woo! Ninja Person had a sick deck. I blocked incorrectly. She has first strike. No. I thought I recognized that she had first strike, but I thought I blocked her with the 4/4. That's why I was confused. So I made a blocking error on that last one. Yeah. That's what went wrong in that one. Genghis Khan variations. Oh my god, our voter extraordinaire, who voted so many times. Oh man, that was a great match. That was a great match. I really, really like this control list. I think that in that last match, I needed to bring in the Chrome Host Seed Sharks in game 2, and then we would have been in a much stronger position. Up the Beanstalk. Great, I can actually deal with that. Because I have the most powerful technique in Magic the Gathering, going first. That's a pretty important one to get out of there. EXE Zealot, I am indeed a standy boy. Also, happy 69 months consecutively. Nice. Nice. How long are we streaming for? Probably another 30 minutes or so. Then, I've decided I'm gonna get a beer. A deliciously tasty beer. What kind of beer, I don't know, but I'm gonna get exactly one. Because anything more than that is what we describe as a business risk. Oh, God. I think I actually want to do this right now, because the upside of killing this recruitment officer is so... Yeah, it stinks a little bit, but I think it's fine. My preference is not to just take 6 here. Maybe even 8. Bring on the Thalias. I'm here to get them all. Draw. Draw, you see? Yeah. Suffer, AdMab. Tell me more about business terms. Well, here's the thing, Tuesday Twitch. I like beer. I like it as much as the next person. However, because I am 37 when I have beer, I immediately am unable to sleep well. It's a disaster. Horned Loch-Whale. Well, just so you know, the adventure has its own name, Lagoon Breach. If you name Lagoon Breach, you're in okay shape. Syncopate's a good one. Welcome to being old. I mean, I'm actually kind of a fan of it. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to get rid of all the counter magic things. Guys, just get out of the deck. Pull these out. We're going to get the Smite. We're going to get the Revelry, the Blows. You know, I also think that we do want the Eternal Wanderer, I think. See, it seems to make sense. We're going to go ahead and get the Chrome Host Seed Sharks in there. No. I think I just want the Syncopates a little more. Just a little bit lower to the ground. Yeah, I exercised this morning, man. Got up at 6:45, hit the gym, and let me tell you something. I was pathetic on the elliptical. But I don't really care. Wait, really? You can't name adventures? Should be able to. Knockout Blow is obviously not ideal, but I think it's better than our counter magic. That is just the greatest thing ever. Not a lot of good cards to name here. I suppose the best card for them to name is Chrome Host Seed Shark. They named... Oh, what a bastard. I hate this person. You have been unramped. This is a I think common error, which is that something that says destroy target attacking or blocking creature is often conflated with tapped. Totally fine. This costs 2 more to cast, so the mana value of it is 6, so this will make 2 of these. If I have a counter spell, I'd rather have that than a second Chrome Host Seed Shark, which is why I'm doing it in this order. All right, what other hot takes are we interested in chatting about? Oh, I'm going in, dude. So much health. Do you have knockout blow? Oh my god, Eiganjo, welcome. It's good to see you. Okay. This gives a dude +2/+2. Whoa. Crazy. Alright. Alright, I mean that must resolve then. Kind of stinkers, but it's fine. They're gonna get ever-growing value, I'm gonna get ever-growing value. We each have ever-growing value, except mine is cards and theirs is counters on creatures and not cards, so I think that's fine. I live for recruitment. I'm a recruitment officer. I actually am totally gonna do this. Totally. I want to play this. Do I want to play that? Where'd my emotional comfort pen go? I dropped it. Here it is. Sean, yes or no? Of course, I know the answer to this, Potato Elemental. No! I would like the ability to kill this guy. Quite a lot. I would like that. Pancakes or waffles? Ooh, I love both. Both are sick. My answer is yes. That's my answer. Oh my god, thank goodness. Woohoo! Ward 1 is done, yeah. We did it, we did it. Messed up, we didn't do it. Yeah, alright. Woo, we didn't do it, fuck yeah. Dude. Phasno head. Game design, card design. How hard do you think it is for WotC with new sets to not fuck up constructed formats and still have it be interesting for limited? I think that is, given how high skill they are, I don't think it is that difficult. Dude, those gamers are high skill. Like, holy, are they good at shit. I mean, they're insane. I'm literally gonna Wandering Emperor, draw 2, and buff my shark. Alright. Who gets the roll? Alright, I'm changing the game here. I'm just gonna sweep it, man. I don't even care. Here comes the devastation. Here comes the pain. Da-na-na-na. Why did I get 2 of these? Oh my god, of course. The shark, the shark. Sorry, I was just like, what? Is it what? I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Sharky boy, look at that. Letter H says, sincere take. I watched a talk from the dev of Marvel Snap where he said that there's a limit to how deep games can be such that it stops being meaningful to add more depth. I think that's incorrect. Do you think that there's a limit to where more depth is valuable? This is where I'd be like, I need more information. Where's your info? Because, I mean, frankly... Hey, this is the first time we've drawn this today. Frankly, I think that... There's a lot of ways in which that take could be super spot on, and a lot where I would disagree, and... Yeah, I just really feel like I need more information. Because take, for instance, if someone has the following statement. Let's imagine a game has, right now, 10,000 hours of depth to it. If you add another 100,000 hours of depth to it, what percentage of your players are even going to be able to experience it? And I think that's a very fair point. I'm going in for the kill. I was talking about the depth versus complexity topic. You said that at a certain point you already can sink a lifetime into getting better at a game. I think that at that point, more depth still means that you can invest in different directions of skill in the game in such a way that it becomes self-expression. Yeah, and then I think we get into this kind of semantics argument of like, well, is that depth or is that breadth? What does depth mean? What does breadth mean? And I mean, I think that, like, dude, I really wish this gym would stop calling me. I'm already a user of the gym. You don't gotta keep ringing me about it. Do you want to sign up for our extra special forehead exclusive? No, I'm good. So I want to keep this, but what am I sending back? I think I'm actually sending this one back, which might look a little weird. Because we lose out on green, but the only time we would need green is for the Beanstalk, and this can generate for the Beanstalk. Okay. But yeah, I mean... I also have I have a more cynical take, which is that I think that it is so stupidly hard to make a game that is fun and has any depth, that if you have a game that has any depth, then holy shit, fuck yeah, man. That's incredible, well done. Congratulations. Because, like, okay, so, for instance, the discussion of complexity versus depth versus breadth versus blue and versus blonde versus blue. I mean, I cannot stress how sincerely I mean the following statement. You should have a game that someone can have fun in, right? It should be really, really possible to have a shitload of fun in this game. Easily and quickly. And then just make measurements of what their fun is like over time and try to make sure they keep having fun. Be gone, Thalia. She's like, don't look at my face. I know all of you hate me. Literary says, yeah, I think that's fair. I think he was just arguing that you should stop adding depth at a certain point in order to stop adding complexity. I think that idea is super interesting, but easily misleading. Ah, now there's an interesting nugget. Which is like, let's say our game is... Fuck. Remember that green mana I bend? Yeah, I should have chucked this one back, for sure. Ah, for sure, I should have chucked this one back. I should always chuck back the Wandering Emperor. So I want my opponent to do this first, so that way they can potentially buff this. And then we'll send it back. That's kind of interesting. Let's say you have a game that is 200 hours deep. And you have a cool mechanic that you think could bring the 200 to 1,000. That could potentially fuck up... Fuck. Please give me a mana. Do-do-do. That's not good. Yeah, so if you have like 200 hours of depth and you have a cool mechanic that you think could add it, make it go to 1,000 hours of depth, there's an argument to be made where it's just like, dude, you might do something that, again, ruins that first 20 hours. Ow. Alright, we're getting close to stabilizing, but we're also quite far.
Almost sad to see you go.
Danik. Here it comes. Ow.
I guess that's that. May your blade strike true.
This is a fascinating tech card that I've been seeing fucking everywhere. Airtight Resurrected. Oh, we did it! America, let's go! Yeah! Kill that guy! Yeah! Ow. Be gone. Bang. Boom.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Going to 2. So I can do this.
Remember your training.
Oh, okay. Hanging comfortably at 2. I mean, I think the probability that I live here is 0, but, you know. Oh my god, do we live a turn? No way. Oh my god. Although we will probably lose to rats. Hey, Billy Zane says, hey, Sean, hope you're doing well and having a wonderful day. That is all. Hey, thanks. We had an awesome episode of What the Deck. Truly incredible episode of What the Deck. These rats will be the death of me. I mean, right now, we actually just need, like, Sunfall. I think it's just literally Sunfall or bust. So this will buy me a turn, but it does suck.
We must protect the people.
We must protect the people. Three. Oh, fuck. Look at that. There's... I didn't even see this card. This card was fucking invisible to me. Well, that was a waste. It's an unbelievable waste. Very surprised we didn't cycle that Triumph. We would not have had enough mana to do good things with the Triumph. But now, if we get a Triumph, we can cycle it and have enough for... Oh, this is probably best. Now if we cycle the Triumph, we can get a Sunfall. But if we get a Plains, we can't do shit. Why don't we attack with the 3/3 Samurai, Plaza of Heroes, target legendary creature against hexproof and indestructible. Just being a little thoughtful about that. Wandering Emperor seems good. Negate seems bad. Destroy Evil seems good. Seems a little weak. I think the Chrome Host Seed Sharks are actually good in this matchup. Is the Horned Loch-Whale very good? I'm not really feeling a lot of this counter magic here. Also not feeling the Memory Deluge. Feels a little weak. Sunset Revelry seems okay. I guess I'll try something like this. Something like this seems okay. How many things have 3? Not a lot. Yeah, I'll be a sorcery speed gamer, huh? Sideboarding with this deck, I don't have a lot of experience with. I wonder if there's a guide somewhere around it. Because sometimes I'll look at a sideboard and be like, I'm not really sure what to do here. I don't know what I'm going for. I don't know what our play is. And then someone will just be like, you should do exactly this. And it's just like, totally clicks, and it fixes all the issues. These lists don't run a lot of counter magic. This would surprise me if there was counter magic here. And it would also suck a whole lot. I more likely expect a Fairy Mastermind to come down. If you can get under this list, Okay, so one of the things that is difficult in this situation is that I do not actually have a second Plains. And because I don't have a second Plains, I can't lay down arms, any of this shit. So I think the best play is to chill here. Being up against Shouldered is a real pain in the ass. God, this is such a powerful tech card. It's just such an insane amount of damage, you know. And filtering and everything. They just always hit their land drops. This deck also runs 27 lands, but Raffine Scheming Seer just lets you get rid of the cards that you don't want. So the excessive land cost is really effective at just making sure that you are constantly curving out. Kill that, that's pretty good. Oh, that's such a brutal draw. I guess this is the best play here. And swing this. I don't want to draw another card, because then my opponent will draw another card, and then we're all fucked. That's at least positive for us. I'm gonna get bonked for 6. Fuck. This Esper Legends list is the same that Jean-Emmanuel Duprat used to win the World Championship. It looks a hell of a lot like it. Wow, this is an abysmal run out. I mean, we just need land, and we needed land a while back. Great, it's good to see you. Took you long enough, you turkey. My expectation is that villain just has it. Target legendary creature. This is not legendary, so I can just ship it back. So slow things down a little, but like not that much. Holy fuck, we are fucked. So we're gonna go down to 4? Man, we got owned. Missing on the land drop twice was just a little too brutal for us. Now, can I do something with this? Actually, I think I can. Because we can do like this. I mean, unless this is counter magic.
Now you've done it.
Huh?
That's coming off.
Oh, they're returning that. Okay, so then that means we can March of Otherworldly Light for X equals 2. Exiling this from the hand and shooting that. Hey, we did something. No blockers. This swings. I got a block here. Oh, that is very bad. God damn, this deck is so strong. Alright, so I basically need Sunfall, right? Sunfall one time. Alright, there it is. Game is so easy sometimes. And then I fucking die anyways. It's too easy sometimes. It's just too easy. It's just too easy. It's too easy. I have gone, fuck yeah, we got it. Cast it and gotten killed by Shouldered like 11 times now. Like this is not the first time. This has happened to me all the time, and it is never gonna register for me. Every single time I top deck, I'm gonna be like, oops, I don't want to do this. Every single time I'm just like, I did it, it's amazing. Like, no, I mean like, every time I just absolutely run into that sliding glass door. I'm gonna play one more best of one. Yeah, I definitely want to look at some more sideboarding guides for this, because I think it's just a remarkably fun deck. Alright, keep seven. Rats. I think we should have a pretty good matchup against this. This is a pretty solid card. Go ahead and do like this and just keep passing the turn. We have Negate up. I'm absolutely 100% dunking that guy back. Still gonna leave up potential negates. Well, actually, we could have gotten Raffine there, so that was a mistake. All right. That is a good draw. Let's get rid of Ego Drain. So then I think it's going to be lay down arms to just pick off this and that maybe a little bit later. Ow. Word 2 is just nasty. That's just a nasty keyword. This card I thought was very mediocre, but it has really impressed the hell out of me. Well, at least we'll be able to counter some stuff. Don't have green mana to cast Broker's Charm. Alright. One land, one time? Yeah, I think we're going to lose again to mana. Alright, that's fine. We'll end the stream having lost. Hey, nice. Huh? You got me. Well, that's unfortunate, but either way, I really like this deck. Saving Charm, we don't have green mana. We do not have the green mana. until we just drew on that previous turn. We had 2 of this tri-land out. We had this one. We had Raffine's Tower, which doesn't give green mana. Spara's Headquarters would have, but we had 2 of those and then no other green sources until we drew 1 on that final turn. So, I'm going to go. See y'all tomorrow, where I'm going to actually finally come back to Baldur's Gate 3. I shouldn't say finally, I was just out of town for 2 weeks. But now that I'm back, we're going to play Baldur's Gate 3. See you there.